Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin and I studied the dynamics of waves and electromagnetic induction to make electric violins. Specifically, I studied how the thickness, length, and tension of strings affect the frequency of the vibration and making sounds in musical instruments. I also considered the pattern of voltage by changing the width and frequency of the magnet's reciprocating motion inside the coil. And based on the knowledge I got here, I created an electric violin. First of all, I conducted an experiment on the dynamics of waves. I made an experimental tool using an old desk and violin string. I connected the violin string to the experimental tool, put the kettlebell in the echo bags, 4 kilograms, 5.5 kilograms, and 7 kilograms, respectively, and played the strings and measured the frequency with a tuner. The operating variables for this experiment are the thickness of line length, and tension. So, the results show that thinner the line, the shorter the length of the line, the greater tension on the line, the greater the frequency. To conduct an electromagnetic induction experiment objectively, I created a magnet reciprocating motion machine using Lego Mindstorms. The experiment was conducted by changing the width and frequency in which the magnet reciprocates. The voltage generated was measured and recorded by an oscilloscope. In addition, I tested and recorded the frequency of the reciprocating motion at 50% motor power and 100% motor power for each width. When the motor rotates, it turns the rotational motion into a reciprocating motion by this axis away from the center, pushing the magnet in and out of the coil. And then, inside the coil, the magnetic flux changes induces electromotive force followed by induced current. This is an alternating current that keeps changing direction. This current is transmitted to the oscilloscope using a wire. The result was that the further axis from the center of the motor and the greater the frequency of reciprocating oscillations, the greater the voltage. This is because induced electromotive force is proportional to the changes in magnetic flux per time. Based on the basic knowledge I've gained so far, I created an electric violin. First of all, I used only a neck, chin support, a bridge, and a string board from the violin assembly kit I bought on eBay when making the violin, and the body was made from the legs of the discs that I used in the wave experiment. Now, I built a pickup made of element line to turn the wave signal into an electrical signal. Knowing from the reference paper that the direction of vibration is shaking on the z-axis, which means perpendicular to the violin, I fixed the pickup on the violin bridge and the magnet perpendicular to the violin. Then, I attached it to the headphone jack at both ends of the pickup. Then, I connected the other end of the headphone jack to the iRig digital effector. After that, I connected the signal from the iRig effector to the iPad GarageBand app. And when I connected the cable from the iRig to the speaker, it made a sound. As a result, assuming you play the A line, the line vibrates and the bridge vibrates as well. At this point, the magnet fixed to the bridge vibrates 440 times per second. And the magnet vibrates in the coil, creating a magnetic flux change. This change creates a voltage, and the electrical signal changes from the iRig effector to the iPad GarageBand app. The iPad then converts the signal into a sound and sends it to the iRig, which sends it to the speaker. I expected it to be loud like rock music, but it actually sounded like an acoustic violin. I later found out that the sound of the electric guitar was something that had to be modulated by the effector. Thank you for listening to my speech.